experiencing, inquiry, experimentation. I think one thing that I found very beautiful about house dance is that somehow the whole vocabulary of house dance is concentrating in the activity of the feet, in the activity of the leg. So you would say it's mostly footwork. Prior to the creation process, basically, I tried to identify all the parameters that seem to play a role in the happening of any house dance step. Like, what do I mean by this? Basically, I try to identify the variables of the generalized function of any dance step. So variables are basically aspects of a situation, of a phenomenon, of a material, of which the state can change. Basically, in my mind, I was like, what is roughly the generalized function of a house step in general, so that once found, I can change, I can replace any variable by a specific value and obtain a specific step. And the idea of the piece is to explore one by one each variable that I for now have identified as playing a role in the physical form of that practice, and rhythm is one of these parameters. In my mind, like, I operate with some time parameters, with some space parameter, with some and other parameters that somehow define the architecture of weight shift from one leg to the other. And in these, so like in the space parameter, I put like the movement of translation of the body in the horizontal plane of space, the movement of rotation of the body in the horizontal plane of space. In the mechanical parameter, I basically classify any touch of the foot on the floor as coinciding with a weight shift or not coinciding with a weight shift. And then in the time parameter, we have like basically the tempo, which is the speed of the pulsation that underlies any regular music. I have the meter, that is the number of beats that is necessary for a particular step to occur. And then I have rhythm, which is somehow the pattern of what is happening and what is not happening. So like in musical terms, like the pattern of what you hear and of what you don't hear, of the full and the empty.
You're in my system, got me burning, burning, baby. Oh, you're in my system.
All throughout the work, I always pay attention to which rhythmical pattern will I focus on in that particular etude. Since the piece is a series of etudes, a series of small choreographic objects that each attempts to experiment with one particular parameter or with a very limited set of parameters. And so I play with different types of rhythm, and the reasons for which there's mostly no music in the piece. House music is binary, it's in 8, or in 4. And so it was also reducing the metric possibilities of the work. And I wanted to be able to compose loops in other meters, which ironically I didn't. And the other reason for not having the music is to really allow the attention of the spectator to explore, to observe, to be with the rhythmical constellations that we are producing with our bodies, that I think would somehow be less visible, less palpable, less recognizable if the music would be on top of it, because it would kind of be like a very spicy sauce on the whole thing, and you wouldn't taste